Howdy y'all, and welcome to another Sweet Tea in a Movie. This week, we're doing Unknown. But you know, this movie was honestly way too awesome for me to do it without a second person to...
I believe I can help you with that, Jacob.
Skylar!
I'd love to help you with that. How are you doing, Jacob?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah, let me get you a chair real quick. Title card. Alright, so like I said, this week we're doing the movie Unknown. I've got my good friend Skylar here.
Good to be here.
He helped me watch the movie, and we both enjoyed it very much.
I say we did.
So without further ado, let's go ahead and start reviewing the movie. Let's start with the acting. Now, as far as what I have to say for acting, Liam Neeson is the man.
Amen, brother.
He's just a joy to watch on screen.
I mean, you cannot beat that man.
And in this movie, it was just awesome to watch him because he always has that great, calm, steady voice, but it was awesome to see him get mad as well. And just the fact that he was almost kind of overacting just a little bit, it actually made it a little bit more awesome. Not in a funny sense, but just in the fact that Liam Neeson means business.
Oh, that man, in every movie he just takes home gold. He has an angry but yet calm feeling on him.
Definitely.
What about that supporting cast?
Supporting cast was really good. They definitely did their job in helping the main character shine, and they did a good job of stealing the spotlight every now and then too, in a good way.
Yes, I had to mention one. The old German. He had two distinctive scenes that I say were just terrific, both involving tea. One, he was very calm, comedic. I liked it. But the second one, oh, I just wanted to stand up and salute that man.
It was a very, very great performance. I say we clink our glasses to that.
Amen. Good tea.
Yes. So, you have anything else to say about the actors?
There was one thing I wanted to point out. They had a lot of protagonists, good, but they didn't have one solid antagonist. There was no solid bad guy.
That's
they kept
true.
Switching off. You know, this person's a bad guy, so is this person. But
then they die.
Yeah, but no main like super villain. But
yeah.
I know it's very comic book of me, but yeah. Some movies I see that you need one.
Yeah, and if there really is any sort of main antagonist in the movie, it's more of an unseen force that you don't really know much about.
Very true, very true.
And I don't think this movie's going to get a sequel, so...
No, it seems like it's a one hit.
It's good as is.
Yes.
Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the story.
Oh, yes, the story.
Now, as far as the story goes, I thought it was actually a very good, solid story. But, as I told Skylar in the theater, I really enjoyed the fact that this is a mystery, but the fact that there are some coincidences that are very obvious actually, to me at least, brings almost a comedic element to it. Not necessarily you're supposed to laugh in the theater, unless the character actually says something funny, but just kind of something funny to think about, in that these days people try to craft a story so well that sometimes they slip up unintentionally. It seems like the writers in this story knew what they were doing, and they were having fun with it, but they were also staying serious.
Yes, I like that.
And that it's just like, hey, we know this is a coincidence, but guess what? It's going to pay off later.
I gotta say, the story was well written because I'm a person who tries to guess the end of the movie. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually did guess it. But throughout the entire story, it kept making me question myself, like, wait, this thing's happening, maybe it's not right. But I gotta say, the ending, towards the end, it really flipped me over. Like, oh, my original guess was correct, but not for the right reasons, if you will.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and move on to the music now. Now, for me, the music was pretty good actually. It fit the scenes well. There was some good calm music, some good calm background quiet music. But when there was intense action scenes, the music lifted it up in the right way. And if you've been seeing my shows recently, I've been seeing a lot of action movies where it's just kind of bland orchestral music that goes with any action movie. But for this movie, it's like that, but a step above it. It's a little bit more rememberable. I wouldn't go out and buy the soundtrack, but it's still a pretty good soundtrack overall.
It adheres to the movie, specifically.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily take away from the movie, it doesn't try to stand out, it supports it like it should.
like music too.
And now we're going to go on to Skylar's favorite part that he's been itching to talk about, settings and cinematography.
Yeah.
And you know what, Skylar? I'm going to let you talk about this first.
Alright, shall we start with settings?
Yes, let's go ahead and start with the settings.
I gotta say, the settings, it was set in Berlin.
Berlin.
Yes, Berlin, Germany. And of course, Europe is a very different place from the US. But I can see, from what they did, when he showed his peril through, trying to figure out what is happening, they showed it very gritty, dirty, like unknown, just bad, but just a bad scenery. But not oh, this is a terrible looking thing, but more of a, oh, this is more like a slums. And if you look at it, it reflects him at his point in life, or not life, point in the story. But then after he clears up, remembers what is going on, the climax of the entire story, it gets cleaner, smoother, brighter. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. And just to mention this, but without spoiling it, the final action scene had perfect lighting.
Oh, the lighting was just, I mean, it was, how would you explain it?
I would just say that if they got the best lighter in Hollywood, they probably got two of them, because the lighting in the scene was just absolutely perfect for portraying just what was going on.
And the lighting on specific people, you want to make this person a certain way, but this person a different way because of who they are. They did that just right.
It goes to the basics of lighting up one person's face a little bit more than the others, but it takes it a step above by actually portraying the emotion of the scene as well with it, instead of just being a basic setup.
Yes.
And I believe you had something to tell us about cinematography, sir.
Oh yes, I think we both need to talk about this one.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, I'm just gonna say they did things that I didn't even know were possible. Like that one scene where they had a camera pointing in one direction, but then all of a sudden you were looking a different direction.
Yes, they had a scene in the movie where it was pointing at, we didn't know it at the time, but it was pointing at the window of a revolving door, and we thought it was just pointing at the main character walking towards the camera, but it was actually a reflection of the character getting ready to go through the reflecting door. And while it didn't make us jump out of our seats and go, oh my goodness, it was a very cool looking thing to see, and it was very well shot.
Oh, and then at one point where Liam Neeson is waking up from a coma?
Yes, in the hospital.
Yes, after the accident, which you have seen from the trailer. It shows him opening his eyes, but actually through his eyes.
Yes, it's in the first person camera stance, and it actually does a very good job of showing the human eye in a blurred vision with the eyelids closing and shutting. And
you feel like you're actually waking up.
And other movies have done this, but Unknown does it very well. It really captures the human face as far as the first person perspective goes.
Yes. And are there any others you want to point out?
Going back to that last scene with the perfect lighting, there was some really good camera angles. Like one scene where Liam Neeson looks into a mirror again. I wonder if there's a coincidence with that. I'll have to think about that later.
Oh,
mirrors and everything. After all, there was that one scene where they planted the device in the mirror.
Oh, yes, mirrors was a very popular thing.
Yeah, now that I think about it, yes. But there's one scene where Liam Neeson looks into the mirror and it's just framed so perfectly. Because you see his face, you see the guy behind him face, and it just looks good. I can't really say anything more than that. It just looks really good. In total, this movie is a very good looking movie.
Oh yes, it captures just what it means to capture.
Definitely. Is there any special notes about this movie you'd like to address?
Why don't you say yours first and I'll come up with if I have any.
I don't really have any special things to address, except I like the way that they handled the credits in that they let the film keep running with the credits scrolling up and just doing just kind of a landscape shot in a helicopter of the whole area where they were leaving. And it made the credits, I'm not the kind of person who sits through the credits going, oh, I wish this was over. I respect the people who work on it, and that's why I sit through the credits. But doing that made it seem like it went a little bit faster. So I like that.
I don't believe I have any special notes besides the missing of a main antagonist, but beyond that, they're very well written, very well throughout movie.
It did good. So it's about time we finally get to giving this movie our score. For me, I give the movie Unknown an 8 out of 10. This is an absolutely great movie, and you should take your friends to go see it in the theaters.
Now, for me, I'm not used to this rating scale, but I would say give it a 7. very high for me. I don't like putting movies on a pedestal that doesn't exist. But I say give it a 7. That's a very high movie. I'll watch it many times before I get tired of it.
Definitely. It's definitely something to add to your collection as well when it comes out on Blu-ray or DVD.
Yes.
So Skylar, thank you for helping me.
No problem.
Hopefully we'll be able to get you back on the show again.
Oh, I'd love to. You have some good sweet tea.
So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you let Skylar know how much you love him. And y'all stay classy. Peace out.
Peace. It is not homosexual to smack another man on the rear. It's just to prove dominance of the alpha priority.